Hi, my name is Mike Quinn, and this is the Ultimate Frontline Leadership Training Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about why you need a mentor to help you succeed. Teaching yourself leadership can take many years, and you will often fail, slowing down your progress and taking hits to your reputation as well. And observing today's managers will not teach you what you need to know to succeed. It'd be like having someone who's never played the piano teach you piano. All right, from what I've seen in the past 20, 30 years in the frontline industries at some of the biggest companies in America, very few managers know how to lead. Now, when I started back in the 80s, I was given a mentor because obviously I didn't know very much at all. I started managing actually at a 24-hour gas station. And I had no training whatsoever. I was trained how to fill out the paperwork, how to count money, how to make bank deposits, the management type of stuff. But I was giving zero leadership training. And to be fair, there was only probably 3 employees besides myself. So I didn't have a whole lot of staff either. And it just didn't seem like it was very important to teach leadership. The problem is when I finished at that gas station, and I left and I joined Denny's, and I was given a mentor. I was shown so many things that I hadn't known before that I wish I had. And so it kind of made me sad for the fact that, my poor employees, with me as a manager not knowing anything, I was making some pretty strange calls by today's standards. I thought they made sense. I thought they were logical. They were my ideas were engineered to help everybody succeed. But yet some of them were probably even illegal. I mean, I couldn't ask some people to do some of the things that I did. But we all agreed that it was, the best thing for everybody. And so we created little policies that, helped us, move forward. And I thought everything was great until after I got some training. And then I realized, holy smokes, was I on the wrong track? And very few managers today have leadership training. They're all like I was back in the day, just making stuff up as they go along, thinking they make sense, making it, it kind of makes sense, is logical. Should we do this? Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, let's do it. Not really appreciating the fact that some of these things may be, against health code violations. They may be labor code violations. They may be, who knows what. So making stuff up on your own is not going to get you the kind of leadership training you're going to need to make you successful in the frontline industries. So when I went to Denny's, I had some mentors as general managers, and I also had a couple of trolls. Some people that just did not like the fact that I was popular and got along with everybody really well, and they tried to really sabotage my success. And it was very hard to succeed and continue staying working in that company. So I've seen a lot of different management styles. I've seen punitive. I've seen, agnostic, not really caring about anything, just showing up, doing your job and going home. I've seen a lot of different management strategies over the years. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to show you the management techniques that will get you success, that will get you people to follow you, and they'll be happy that you showed up and willing to do whatever you say because they know that what you say and the directions you're giving are engineered to help everybody succeed. So that's what I'm trying to do here with the Ultimate Frontline Leadership Training podcast. And hopefully you're enjoying these videos and getting the most out of them. And I remember getting some management books when I was working along the ways. Some of the companies that I worked with were some large companies like Applebee's, Denny's, Texas Roadhouse. I worked for Gardner Merchant, which was Sodexo. And I worked for some of the large companies like Intel and Siemens and LSI Logic, AMD. I worked for some very large companies. And the resources I was given is, oh, Mike, you should read this book and you should read this book. And some companies even made it mandatory. Like I remember I had to read Og Mandingo's The World's Greatest Salesman. It's this little tiny book, and, they were given to us. And so, okay, so I read it because, I was told that's what I should do, and I would learn a lot from it. And I wanted to be a good manager. And so I wanted to learn. And I read these books, the 5-Minute Manager. Holy smokes. What? And the general managers and everybody above were so happy with these books. They thought, oh, yeah, they're going to be great. And I just didn't learn squat from some of those things. And some of the books I did learn from. And so I have a collection of resources that I've really thinned down and trimmed down that I'm going to give you in a PDF at the end of this video. And you'll be able to download it, and you'll be able to click on some links, and you'll be able to go and get these resources for you. And so you can now get some good resources. You don't have to worry about being told to read some silly management book that really doesn't have very much to do with managing restaurants or hotels or anything like that. So basically where we're sitting now is, how are you going to learn frontline management without going back to school, spending a lot of money, spending a lot of time, and getting a degree? And you probably don't have that money or time right now anyway. So I'm going to give you some books, some videos, and some resources that are going to help you navigate this, oftentimes confusing area of leadership. How do you work with people? The reason why it gets a little confusing is because not everybody's the same. And so you can't treat everybody the same. What works for one group of people might not work for Fred over there. He's going to be anti-everything. And so somehow we got to reach Fred in a way that we can't reach, a majority of the other people. And so it really helps to be able to say the same thing 20 different ways, because one of those ways is going to reach those people that you didn't reach before. And they're going to have this great aha moment, like, oh, that's what you meant. Getting some great resources to help you understand how people work and how to motivate people is really what this channel is all about. And I hope you stick with me. I hope you watch these videos every day and incorporate them into your workflow and learn how to become a successful frontline manager. So on this PDF, I've got, I'm going to recommend, I highly recommend 2 thought leaders in the industry right now that are on YouTube, and they have their own channels, and they do, write books and give seminars and stuff. One of them is Seth Godin. He's mainly a marketing guy, but a lot of the stuff that he talks to you about marketing has to do with how to reach people, how to communicate with people. And that's really what we're talking about here in a nutshell. So a lot of the stuff that I've read and listened to with Seth Godin has really helped a lot in understanding the people I'm trying to reach and how to reach the people I'm trying to reach. There's also Simon Sinek. He is a great leadership coach. He's teaching leadership to large corporations, but a lot of that stuff can work for the frontline industries as well. So I've given you a link to that, as well as a link to my resources that are specifically focused on frontline leadership training and to help you navigate some of the tricky and confusing pathways that you're gonna be on your road to learning how to be a great leader. Now, the first thing you're going to need to learn is an efficient workflow to make sure everything you're tasked with doing gets done. Your general manager is going to say, now you're in charge of, A, B, and C, and they're going to expect to see you manage and lead, A, B, and C, and get those things done, inventories, schedules, what have you. And they'll teach you how to do the schedules. They'll teach you the software. In about every company I've ever worked in, they've got their own special software that they use, and you got to learn how to use it and log on and do stuff, etc. And they'll teach you that stuff. What they don't teach you is the leadership thing, how to get things done. We've all seen supervisors today who don't have a system for getting things done, which is why so much is not getting done and why so many people are unhappy at work. You don't want to be one of the people that one of the managers that doesn't get anything done because they don't know how to do it, and they just blame other people for what's going on, or blame situations, blame equipment. They play the blame game at work. You've seen this, I'm sure, a million times. Your manager is just blaming everybody and everything else for why they're not getting anything done, when the real reason is they were just not trained how to get stuff done, how to do what they're supposed to do. And that's what I'm here for. So if you want to be successful and have a fun and rewarding career without having to go back to school and earn a degree, watch a short video every day and put it into practice for your continued success. Then when you're starting to get stuff down and you're starting to get good and you're actually getting everything done you're supposed to get done, and nobody's complaining about you because you didn't do this and you didn't do that, because you are doing all those things and you have a system for it, then you can start to be a mentor to some of the other people around you, some of the new managers that are coming in and who are hungry for information and want to be successful. You can start showing them how you do it, and together you will make change. Making change on your own is not going to happen, but you do need to change on your own first in order to show people how to be successful. Because if you're not successful, other people aren't going to want to be unsuccessful with you. So learn how to be successful, watch these videos, buy these books, take a seminar, do whatever you can do with these resources I'm going to give you to help propel your career forward, to help you be successful. So start watching these videos, put them into action, and watch your career take off. Begin with the 6 short management 101 videos that I have on my site, and create a management workflow that gets things done. Now, you may not need, everything on there that I suggest. You may not have a large department. It may be really small. You may be able to make do without some things. But a majority of those things, even with a small department, if you have several things you have to get done every day, you want to make sure they do get done every day. So making checklists, having a little notebook, being able to write stuff down so you can look back on it later is really going to help you. So begin with the short 6 management 101 videos and create a management workflow that gets things done for you. And also download the PDF at the end of this video and get these resources to help turbocharge your career. All right. I really look forward to working with you this year, and I hope we're all going to be really successful and have a great time. I will see you later.